In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add a back office page for private parties. So the same as the previous tutorials, we're going to go ahead and go to Wix.com. I already have it pulled up. And so we're going to select Manage Site and Edit Site. And we're going to wait for that back office page to load. And so here we are in the back office of the Blank Canvas website. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the Pages menu in the top left corner. And as you can see, I've already created one, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. But this is what the finished product will look like once we're done. And so there are two options for you to create a back office page. The first option would be to add a page by yourself and press page. And you can title the page, we can call it lock. The only downfall is then you have to manually go in, because as you can see, it showed up in your menu. You have to go in and manually hide the page and create all the picture and the title and everything yourself. The easiest way to do it, I'm going to delete that page, is if you already have a back office page available, the easiest way would be to just duplicate that one. So then you have the format and everything. And we'll just change that to lock. And that way you can just edit the information to what you want to edit it. And so I'm going to call this Lock Party. Or it can be Alexis's 21st birthday. You are able to change the font. I'm going to change it to this one. And if you move it out, it'll be able to make it into one line. Here's the date. One thing that you can do is if you take and you hold onto this square handle, it will move everything up and down the way that you want it to. In this case, I'm going to end up moving everything over. So I'm going to do it one by one. And I'm also going to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to leave it without using the handle option. And I'm going to change the date to August 7th, 2017. And again, just move it out to make it into one straight line. And then you'll want to make sure that it is in line with this, because you have now changed your center. So make sure that that purple line shows up. The time can stay the same, but again, if you want to change it, you can just select Edit Text, and you'll be able to change the font size, the font. You can bold it, italicize it, underline it, change the color, add a shadow to it, anything that you want. I'm going to bring the cost up here too. Again, make sure that purple line is there. And if this were a children's party, it would be 25, but I'm going to change it to 30. And then I'm going to move up this Add to Cart button. And this button, you can keep it this way and just go to Settings. Or you can, if you don't like this one, which, I mean, either way, it's going to produce the same result. But you can go to Add Store Elements, just so you know how I got there. And you'll just drag the Add to Cart button over to your site. I'm going to keep this one just for simplicity. And I'm going to go to Settings. And right now it is connected to Family Flower because, as you remember from the first tutorial, that was the last product that I made. In this party, it's going to be connected to Shoe Dazzle. I can also change the button text if I don't want to say add to cart, but if I want to say join the party, that is an option as well. And then if I wanted to, I can go ahead and adjust the text and make it a little bit bigger in here. And I can also change the font if I'd like, pretty much to anything that I want. If I want it to be this one, that one looks pretty fun, so I'll keep that one. Now just press OK. You can also change the background, the shape. Like if you want it to be transparent, you can choose one of these. If you want it to be opaque in the inside, then you can keep that as well. And then I'm going to change the color of my button to blue and press OK. And so this is where we are now. The next thing that we're going to do is change the image, because again, we said that this party is going to be connected to Shoe Dazzle. So we're going to go ahead and find that shoe and press choose image, and that's going to change the image here. And then depending on the theme of the party, you can change the background. If you want to keep it simple, this is a really good background to have. Otherwise, if it's something a little bit more elegant, you just press change page background and this little menu will show up. And there are lots of options that you can choose from here. You can also press image and it'll take you to your images that you have if they have a special image they want as the background. You can also go to free from Wix and you can choose from, they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of backgrounds that you can choose from. In this case, I'm actually going to use one of these. If you see the little video, that means that it actually moves, the background does. And so if I were to select this one, the background would look like this. That's a little too dark. You can't see the letters anymore. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to select this one. Then I'll press preview so that you can see what it looks like. It moves in the background. And just because I did that background, I'm going to go back to editor. I'm actually going to change the color of this button so that I can be a little bit more cohesive. I can change it to black. And then the very last thing that you want to do with making this back office page, you want to go ahead and press these three dots on the side. And you want to press page SEO. And then down here you say, what's the page URL? Well, right now it says copy of Broussard just because that's what we did. We made a copy of this page. We're going to change it to Alexis 21. And we're going to press done. And so just so you can see what that looks like, I'm going to actually press publish. And we're going to actually go to that page. So let's see, blank canvas, Houston, / Alexis 21. And here you can see the page that we created. And so that is pretty much all that you need to do in terms of making that back office page. There's nothing anymore that you need to add. All you need to do next is just provide the customer with the link to their back office, and then the site will do everything from there.